connecting, you know. Yo, my brother.
Yo, bro, you good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. What you saying?
Not man, just quarantine life,
Yeah,
just cracking
man.
on with it.
Yeah, man. What's quarantine saying for you, man?
It's not that bad, but it's helping me like sharpen my skills, like in terms of production, music ideas, and painting
Mm.
and all that stuff. It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
So
just sharp.
like, so you're in you're in your element, innit?
Yeah. It's just like forced me into like, just trying to better myself as much as possible. You get what I mean? So
Mm.
yeah,
I feel like you know when like when the quarantine, like small things that you take for granted,
yeah,
you kind of like appreciate when like with the lockdown now. You get what I'm saying?
Ye- yeah. Because it's like when we wasn't in lockdown, like there was a lot of like distractions and things that was taking us away from our actual talents. So like
Yeah.
now when you're in lockdown, it's just like when you've got that talent, like it forces you to kind of just look into that and better that, and you know what I mean, like especially
Mm.
being like a creative, like
Yeah.
creatives don't really need to be like out and about. Really, it's about trying to get what's
Mm.
inside out on paper or computer
Or
or
music,
whatever it is that you're doing.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. So like, yeah, man. Hopefully, like we get back to business. Like things will, get
Yeah,
back on the run, man. Because everyone in the same position. You feel me?
yeah, yeah. How's things for you?
Yeah, it's alright. Like some days it will be like, on the low. Then some days will be on a high. Like I'll be productive and stuff like that. I've been learning some softwares like editing softwares and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it gave me time. Like really, you get what I'm saying?
yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's good, man. That's good.
yeah, man. But yeah, man. What the reason why I wanted to get you on, I wanted to fire some questions at you, man.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, like first of all, yeah, we start with the music, innit?
Mhm.
So like what for people that don't know, who is Wizzy Wow and what do you stand for?
Who's Wizzy Wow? What do I stand for?
Yeah.
I'm Wizzy Wow. I would say that I'm not. Some people would know Wizzy Wow as a producer. Some people would know me from like back in the day when I used to
Mm.
spit, like do grime, like back in the day.
Mm.
Some people would know me from doing music now. Some people would know me from doing hooks. So I would just say Wizzy Wow is a musician.
Mm.
You got, I mean, all rounder. Like Wizzy
That's what I
Wow
was
is
gonna
a
say. All rounder still. Like you
yeah,
engineer, right? Engineer,
and
produce.
engineer and all that stuff. It's just like music is my therapy. So it's like
Mm.
if I feel like verbally I want to get something out, I may just put it out on the song. Or
Mm.
if I hear a certain sound in my head, which again is like some sort of like madness that I've got inside that I need to let out, I may do it on an instrumental. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
feel
And
you,
then
man.
some days I just want to like just help others, like in terms of
Mm.
like help their sound, progress. So
Mm.
rather than me just handing over an instrumental, I would rather to just,
Work on
be an
the whole
engineer and
structure.
yeah,
Yeah,
work
yeah.
side by side with them. And it doesn't only have to
Mm.
be my instrumental. Like I could tell them like, yo, if you're a good musician and I like your style, just bring in whatever instrumentals you're working with and
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
help you get to your best. You
That's
know what I
it.
mean? Like I've
That's
done
it.
that 1,000 times over. You know what I mean? And I love
You know
doing that.
what I think? Yeah? You know what I think? Obviously, you've been in the music like industry quite long,
Yeah.
but you know what I think? Yeah, me and my friends always have this discussion. Yeah, when you're in
Mm.
a position of power, yeah, it's
Hmm.
it's good to kind of like help people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's how you flourish, kind of thing. If you
yeah.
get what I'm saying. I don't know
Every
what you
year,
think.
every year of my music career, I've remained relevant at some point, and
Yeah,
that's purely because, like, I've helped people. You know what I mean? And it's not only people that's got the spotlight on them. It's like people from round the way that's not necessarily big, but I know that
mm,
their sound is sick. You get what I mean?
yeah,
Because, like,
yeah,
more time, like, I've worked with people that are up there, and then I've worked with people that I feel have got potential, and it turns out that they
and if
become
you, yeah,
successful within that year or the year after. So every year I'm always talked about, or you know what I mean? Like, when that person blows up, they're like, yo, like, and they play the
with
other
music,
people, the music
yeah,
that I've done with them. They're like, oh, you've worked with Wizzy. So, like, my name kind of stays there. And
yeah,
again, for me, it's just like, I love doing it. So it's like, it's like
you love
water.
the
It's
music.
easy. So for me,
Mm,
it's easy to remain relevant because I love doing it. I love helping people. I love getting in early with the talented individual. Like,
yeah,
when I hear something amazing in someone, like, and we got like a kind of relationship, or we got a little vibe. Like, it's something in me that just wants to just you activate and
yeah,
get
yeah.
involved and help. So
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I mean?
you can't go wrong, man. You can't go wrong
Yeah,
with that, man. That's clean hearted store, man. You get what I'm saying? So yeah,
yeah,
man, you can't go wrong with that, man.
yeah,
As long as you're helping people and giving back, that's
yeah,
all that matters. And doing your thing as well. You feel me? Yeah,
yeah.
man.
And again,
But
and I came from a time where, like it was hard. Like, we just about had Facebook, I think. So there was no Twitter, there was no Instagram, there weren't really like no YouTube like that. So man had it hard. You get what I mean? Like, and whilst man had it hard, it's not a thing where we enjoyed the music, but like, all the disappointments and the hardship and all that, it weighed heavy on man's heart. You get what I mean? So
yeah,
when man made it through the storm, man was just like, "Do you know what? Like, I don't want anyone else to go through that. So if I can help, I can help." You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? I think about myself like 10 years, 5 years back, where I just wish I had someone like a sick producer or a sick artist helping me out.
Like a
So
mentor, or something. Like a
yeah, like,
mentor in the game or something like that.
yeah, I
Yeah, man.
always like that. What I've gone through is for me to always pass on to someone else. You get what I mean? Like, I can't go
Yeah,
through all of this experience and not share, the
that wisdom.
stories or give advice. You get what I mean? So it's like, when I
Yeah,
bump heads with someone with a good vibe, and we happen to have that moment to have a little chat, like, I speak of my experiences. You get what I mean? And when I hear them
yeah,
talk, and I'm like, yo, like, I went through that, and that wasn't good when I did. So let me just tell them about what I went through or whatnot. So
yeah. Of course, man. Of course, man. I
yeah,
feel you, man. Like, thanks for being honest, man. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Flipping like the next topic I was gonna touch on like is like what made you wanna get into music and like what genres was you listening to when you was young?
When I was young, what made me want to get into music mostly was when I used to listen to songs. I would have my favorite song, but it would just turn out that I'm paying more attention to the instrumentals. So I always I
Okay,
always took to the instrumentals. Sometimes, like, my favorite songs at the time, I wouldn't really know the lyrics. I'll just know the hook, but I'll know the beat. So that kind of gave me the producer drive, producer
that
hunger. I
yeah,
was just like, yo, like, now I want to get into making beats and such and such. I listened to everything. I listened to rock. I used to listen to Linkin Park, Limp
yeah,
Bizkit, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's the G.
DMX. Like
Yeah, DMX is mad.
I
He's
used to
crazy.
love DMX. Like my
Yeah,
cousin put
DMX.
me onto DMX and Tupac. So like
Yeah,
I was
Tupac.
listening to everything, and then I would listen to R&B. I would listen to Brandy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I was just like listening to
All
pretty
round.
much everything. And then obviously when later on when I started going to school and all that stuff, like So Solid and Oxide and Neutrino, like they was putting out tunes and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I was just like, rah, like man, wanna try MC. So me and my brethren Jack, we was just ramping, just MCing in my house. And
Mm.
then he was like, yo, like we need to try and make some instrumentals. And that's when I got Fruity Loops. And from when I got Fruity Loops, that's when they kind of started. So it started off as
Yeah,
like a
very cool.
hobby, like a hobby, but
Mm.
deep down it was something serious that I got to
Yeah,
learn about later.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Obviously, like you see with like Tupac, I feel like
Yeah,
obviously Biggie and Tupac was like phenomenal,
yeah,
phenomenous. But
yeah,
like you see with Tupac, yeah, you can
mm-hmm.
actually feel where he's coming from, like in your
Yeah,
soul. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
what he talks about is like what's really going on. But Biggie was still a G, but with
yeah,
Biggie, yeah, more like a vibes in thing. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Biggie was more vibes than that.
yeah.
So yeah, man. But
I
it's
feel like
crazy,
with
man.
Biggie, like I didn't really listen to Biggie back in the day, but
Yeah,
I feel like Tupac was more in tune with people globally. I feel
yeah. I
like
feel you on that
he
one.
can like
Yeah,
he was like and he was like one of those like he was like what's the word I'm looking for, like an activist almost, like
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
made it known that he was for the people, whereas listening to Biggie now, like his wordplay and his lyrical content and his metaphors and his simile are crazy, and even his flow, like the comfortability in his flow, and he doesn't write his lyrics, so you know what I mean. So it's like I
Mm.
feel like it was more of a like a hood thing kind of thing.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
I feel like Tupac went through a lot as a youngster. Like he traveled a
Mm.
lot, he saw a lot. Like his dad was,
Part
his
of
mom
the
and dad was part of the Black
part of the Black
Panther and all that
Panthers.
stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean. It was
That's
in
crazy.
him. So yeah,
Yeah,
so Tupac. Like I feel like that's why people. Well, I think so. That's why I gravitated towards
yeah.
Tupac anyway, because I was
Same,
just like, yo,
man. Same. Like, even when you listen to Tupac's tunes right now,
yeah,
it's very relevant to the times. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So,
It's timeless. It's timeless. It's timeless.
mm,
100%
mad,
timeless.
man. It's crazy. But like, you know what? You know what? Like, I wanted to ask you. Like, it seems like for me, it seems like you're always reinventing yourself. Is that done on purpose, or is that like just evolution?
I'm with real time. Like um I'm with I'm in tuned with my emotions and my surroundings, like what's going on daily. You get what I mean? Because
Mm,
it's like my
yeah,
whole thing is just it's just every day. It's just I absorb what's going in, I take in what's going in, and then I
yeah.
use my art or my music as therapy. So like you know what I mean. So if I've been through a madness today, like I want to get it off my
Mm,
chest, so I'm gonna say it on the tune. So like
yeah.
and I'm a person like